Okay, today we're going to apply our vector ideas to some word problems. An airplane flies due east at 290 miles per hour. So due east, 290 would be its magnitude. While the wind blows due south at 40 miles per hour. So due south. Find the plane's resultant. So what we've got, and this is 40. So what we think about is the degree measure, and this would be at 0 degrees, and this right here would be at 270 degrees. So we have our information. So we're going to make F the flight vector, and we are going to make W the wind vector. So to find the flight vector, components, the magnitude, oops, not 90, the magnitude, and then cosine for x, and then 0 degrees, and then the magnitude, sine for y, and the degrees. We'll put this in, and the components for the flight are 290, 0. Now we're going to go find the wind vector, components, and that's going to be 40 cosine 270 and 40 sine 270. And so the components for the wind is 0, negative 40. So now that I have these, the first thing we want is find the resultant components. So that's taking the F vector and adding the wind vector. And that is going to just be the 290 plus 0 and the 0 plus negative 40. And that gives us our component vectors, our resultant vectors. Now we're going to go find the magnitude. So the magnitude of the F plus the W is 290 squared plus negative 40 squared. And this is going to give us 292.7456 miles per hour. So there is one of the solutions that we're looking for. And now we're going to go and find the direction or the angle. And that would be the arctan of negative 40 over 290. And this will give us negative 7.8533 degrees. Well, what we can think about is by the components at positive, negative, I know I'm down here, and that's negative, so I have this angle here. I can state one way of the answers would be 7.8533 degrees south of east, which would give me that angle. Or I can go add the 360 and get 352 degrees, 0.1467. Either one of those would work. Depends on what we want when we give you the instructions for the word problems. Okay, this next one, given two forces of 53 newtons at 37 degrees above due west and 82 newtons at 29 degrees above due east, find the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my vectors. And this first one says that it is 53, so that would be my magnitude of 37 degrees, which is right here, of due west. So on this one, I'd have to make sure that I do find out this angle measure. So 180 minus 37 would give me 143. So I'm going to use 143 degrees for that vector. And then the next one says that it's 82 newtons and at 29 degrees. And that one's good because that comes from the 0. So we're good at here. Let's call this vector A. I'm just random on what I'm calling it. And we'll call this one vector B. So we're first going to find the components of vector A. And that is going to be the magnitude, cosine for x, 29 degrees, magnitude, sine for y, and the degrees. Put this in our calculator, and this is 71.7188 and 39.7544. So those are the components for A. Now we'll go find the components for B. And that's going to be 53 cosine 143 and 53 sine 143. Put this in the calculator and we get negative 42.3277 and 31.8962. That maps a negative positive because I'm in quadrant 2 on that one. So now we're going to go find the resultant. I'm going to add the x's together, x components together, and I'm going to get 29.3911. And then I'm going to add the y's together, and that's 71.6506. Now we're going to go find the magnitude. So A plus B. And that is the components of our resultant squared under the square root. And our magnitude is going to be 77.4445 newtons. So there's one solution. Now we're going to go find the direction. So theta's the arctan of 71.6506 over 29.3911. Put this in our calculator, and this gives me 67.6965 degrees north of east, because that's in quadrant 1, so we don't have to worry about adjusting anything there. Okay, twins Mo and Joe are pulling a wagon down the street. Mo is pulling with 28 pounds of force, and Joe is pulling with 36 pounds of force. The angle between their ropes is 43 degrees. What is the resultant force and direction of the wagon? So, with both of those angle measures, I know I'm quadrant 1. So I'm going to put Mo down here. And he's at 28 pounds of force. And since I put him down here, this is at 0 degrees. And then Joe is pulling with 36 pounds of force. And since there's 43 degrees between them, he's up here at 43 degrees. And this is Joe. So find Mo's components. We have 28 cosine 0, 28 sine 0. Mo's components are 28, 0. Now we go to Joe, and he's 36, cosine 43 and 36 sine 43, and Joe's components are 26.3287 and 24.5519. Now we are going to add them together to find the resultant. So Mo plus Joe. I'm going to add those x's together and get 54.3287. Add those y's together, 24.5519. I put the component around that. I put the magnitude around that, and I didn't mean to. That's just the addition of the components. Now we are going to find the magnitude, which is this force of Mo plus Joe. And so that is the square root of 54.3287 plus 24.5519 squared. And the resultant force is 59.6188 pounds of pressure. So there's that answer. Now we're going to go find the direction. So theta is equal to the arctan of 24.5519 over 54.3287. This angle is at 24.3189 degrees. Now this is the space in between. So from Mo, this is how much with the direction from Mo. But now to find from Joe, we just take that 43 and subtract that 24.3189. And we get here at 18.6811 degrees from Joe. So we have both directions, what space is between both of them. Okay, we have a 100-pound box lying on a ramp that makes an angle of 13 degrees with the horizontal. A rope is tied to the box from a post on top of the ramp to keep it in position. Ignoring friction, how much force is being exerted by the rope? Okay, so we have a ramp. That's 13 degrees here, and we got a box here. That's 100 pounds. We drop a rope from here. Now remember, that's where the force of gravity times the mass is exerted. That's the hypotenuse. And then we draw a right angle. Okay, and so down here, that is the force resisting the push. So when we draw this, I know that now this is my 13-degree angle. And I'm going to be looking for, here is the force on the ramp. And over here, this is the force down the ramp. I also know from earlier this year, this is opposite side, this is the adjacent side, and of course this is always the hypotenuse is what we've got there. We're not, and that's where the 100 is. So now we're going to do the force on the ramp. And so that's the adjacent over hypotenuse, so that's cosine. So cosine of the 13-degree angle equals the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. So B is equal to 100 cosine 13. So this is equal to 97.4370 pounds. Now I'm going to go and find the force down the ramp. And that's using the opposite side, so that's sine 13 equals A over 100. So A is equal to 100 sine 13. And that gives me approximately 22.4951 pounds. And there you have it.